नारायण श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम श्रीशैलाभिजनाम्बुराशिशिरं श्रीकृष्णतातात्मजं श्रीशैलान्वय देवनाथ सुधिय प्राप्तागमान्तद्वयं पादाब्जे नरसिंहतातेय गुरोः न्यस्तात्मरक्षाभरं विद्वद्वृन्दचकोरसुन्दरमहं रामानुजार्यं श्रये श्रीरङ्गसुधा मधुसमास्वादयन्तं श्रीरङ्गमहिषी पदपङ्कजात्मजं सुलभाश्रयं सदा मोदसिद्धमद्भुतम् भजेऽहं गुरुं तं रङ्गनाथप्रियं सुखासनस्थं हृदयाब्जपीठे चिन्मुद्रयालङ्कृतपाणिपद्मं शुभोपवीतं विमलोर्ध्वपुण्ड्रं नमामि रङ्गं गुरुमन्तरङ्गे नमामि योगसम्राज्ञीं विजयां विजयप्रदां श्रीरङ्गार्धासनासीनां करुणामोमातरं नारायण गुरुरूप परञ्ज्योतिः ज्योतिरूप गुरुः परः अज्ञानमन्दिरं ह्येतत् गुरुविज्ञानमन्दिरं मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः सकृदेव प्रपन्नाय तवास्मीति च याचते अभयं सर्वभूतेभ्यः। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं मातात्मजं वानरयुवकमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। वेदवेद्ये परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्राचेत सादासीत् साक्षात् रामायणात्मना। Krishna, with salutations to my Guru and the Guru of all Gurus. We will commence our session today. Sorry about that. So in the last class, we were looking at the Vanabhumi Vichayaha. Our hero Hanuman is completing the visit to the banquet hall, isn't it? We were looking at how glorious the banquet hall itself was. It is also ornately decorated, and that is a place where all the food items and the drinks, different types of drinks were available, and perhaps all the wives of Ravana, they had enjoyed the different types of food. We are looking at various categories of what you may call as non-vegetarian food, different types of birds, everything was consumed. And बहु प्रकारैः विविधैः वर संस्कार संस्कृतैः मांसैः कुशल संपृक्तैः पानभूमिगतैः पृथक्. Just by looking at it, Hanuman was able to comment on the type of food. Even without consuming it, he was able to see that this food is properly cooked. So Paka Shastram is another thing Hanuman was adept at. We should all remember that, Jnanis, many of them have the most important Vidya in their hand, which is the Atma Vidya. With that Vidya, That is the Jyoti for all other Vidyas. And if required, they will be able to light knowledge upon any of the 64 Kalais. And what to talk of somebody like Hanuman, isn't it? He has not wasted any kshanam of his life. And he is a Paripurna Brahmachari. So therefore, it is not necessary that he should taste, non-vegetarian items. But even just by looking at it, he is able to comment on Vara Samskara Samskritaihi. These are seasoned with many different types of ingredients. And then he says, Divyaha Prasannaha Vividaha Sirah Krita Surapi. I think that's where we ended. Sloka number 20. Suraha Krita Sura Api. So there are different types of wines that were present there. Sharkara Asava, Madhvika Pushpasava, Halasavaha. There are sugarcane juices, honey juices, and honey, of course, juices made from different types of flowers and fruits. And many of them Krita Suraha, they were all fermented also. That is another thing he is making a note of here. Vasa Churnaihi Pritak Pritak. Different types of spices were also used in cooking those items. So we'll continue the second padam. Okay, maybe Vasa Churnaischa Vividhaihi Mrishtastaistai Pritak Pritak Santata Shushubhe Bhumihi Malyaischa Bahusam Sthitaihi. There were different types of garlands that were arranged as part of the different vessels there. The vessels that were holding food items, even they were decorated. Hiranmayaischa vividhaihi bhajanais patikairapi jambu nadamayaischa karakairabhisamrita. So this is a further description of the items that were present in terms of vessels and so on. Enella irukanga spatikairapi vidhai, different types of crystalware was present. Number crystals different types of vessels made of crystals were available. Bhajanamna vessel nartham. Jambunadamayihi, they were all made of pure gold. Anyehi karakaihi abhisamrita bhumihi sushubhe. The bhumi or the land there, the floor there, it was looking beautiful with all these different types of jadi, moody and all that, crystalware. And karakam abdinaka jars. There were different types of jars that were present. So it's not only the contents that go into those vessels, but even the vessels themselves were pleasing to look at. And that's what Hanuman is actually enjoying. Okay. Rajateshu cha kumbheshu jambu nadamayeshu cha panasreshtham tada bhuri kapistatra dadarshaha. So kapihi tada rajateshu jambu nadamayeshu. Rajatamna silver nartam. Silver, gold, jambu nadamayeshu, kumbheshu, different types of pots. Bhuri panasreshtham dadarsha. So he saw different types of wines there. Perhaps if you visit the cellar of some people, you will find some very old wines present there. The wines which is the best among the wines. So they were probably kept in silver and gold vessels there. Ada Anumar Patar. So Paschachata Kumbani Sidhor Mala Manimayani cha Rajatani cha Purnani Bhajanani Mahakapihi Saha Mahakapihi Shidhoho. Shidho na wine nartham. Shata Kumbani. So again vessels made of gold. Manimayani cha, they are encrusted with different types of gems. Rajatani cha Purnani Bhajanani apashyate. Further description of the fact that wines were kept in now jars, not just vessels, but jars which are encrusted with crystals and gems. Kvachidalpa vasheshani, kvachit pitani sarvashaha, kwachinnaiva prapitani, Panani cha sadadarshaha. So it's talking about how full or how empty those vessels were. Saha Kvachit alpavaseshani. Kvachitna in some place, what did he see? Alpavaseshani. Avaseshana, seshana, something is left over. So there were vessels where a little bit of wine was left over. Kvachit sarvashaha pitani. So some vessels it was completely drained. Okay. And Kvachit naiva prapitani. So some of the vessels were not even touched. Avina full water full, ellam full light. Baki சாப்பிட முடியல. அதனால perhaps some vessels were completely full. They remained untouched. Panani dadarshaha. He saw different types of wines there. Kvachit bhakshyamscha vividhane, kvachit panani bhagashaha, kvachit anna vaseshani, pashyan vai vichacharaha. Kvachit vividhan bhakshyamscha, different types of eatables. Kvachit bhagashaha panani. So in another place, he saw different parts of drinks that are kept. So you can picturize the whole banquet hall now. Kvachit annavaseshani pashyan vichacharaha. So in some places, even the food was partially consumed. So that is what Hanuman saw there, and vichachara, he started to move around that place. Kvachit prabhinnaihi karakaihi, kvachida lolitair ghataihi, kvachit sampritta malyani, jalani cha phalani cha. Kvachit prabhinnaihi karakaihi. So some of the pots were broken. Bhinnamairku. Kvachit alolitaihi ghataihi. Some pots are actually rolling on the ground. Gedana Sundara irukon. Dai enakkuda unakkuda sanda potte. Sorry, D nu sollirpa. Anga oru dai dhaan irukan. So probably the ladies fought among themselves, and some of the pots were rolling on the ground. Kvachite sampritta malyani. So somewhere the garlands were strewn around. Seriya, mixed with flower, different types of flowers. Jalanicha, phalanicha, different types of waters and phalam. Idellathyam parkara. Shayananyatra narinam shubhrani bahudha punaha parasparam samashlishya kaschit supta varanganaha. So he now turns his attention towards the nari, or the strees who are present there. Atra narinam shayanani punaha. So there are different types of beds and cots and all he saw there. Bahudha shubhrani, they were unused. Okay, they were very clean and unused. Kaschit varanganaha parasparam samashlishya suptaha. So some of the lovely women, varanganaha, they were sleeping, embracing each other. That is what is mentioned here. Kaschit vastramanyas anyasyaha swapatnyaha paridhaya cha ahritya chabala suptaha nidra bala parajitaha. Again, description of how they were all sleeping, what type of condition they were in. Kaschita abalaha. Abalahana balam illadava abdin solno. Nambo pesapradade. Sila perku balam irukum, sila perku irukadu. But Sanskritla abalaha abdinaka nari, women are in general called as abalaha. Nidra bala parajitaha. They are succumbed to sleep. Okay. Adavada abalan sonno. So therefore they were overpowered by what? Abdina nidra. Swapatnyaha anyasyaha vastram ahritya paridhaya suptaha. So what they have done is they have taken the saris of other women and tammela pothindi thugindirka abdinartham. Ava enna pannangra kekpadadu. Seriya? So that's what you can see there. Tasamuchavasa. Sorry. Tasamuchavasa vasavat. I'm so sorry. Tasamuchavasavatena vastram malyam chagatrajam natyartham spandate chitram prapya mandamivanilam. Tasam gatrajam vastram. Gatrana sharirathukku per romba dridagatrama irkar appdin solluvom illaya. Gymukku poitu vanda you will show the six packs. Gatramna shariram. Sharirathila irukkudiya vastram, malyam, different types of garlands. உச்சவாசவாத்தேன உச்வாசம் அப்படின்னாக்கா எக்ஸலேஷனுக்கு பேரு இல்லையா? சுவாசம் உச்வாசம். இந்த உச்வாசங்கிறது எக்ஸலேஷன்னால அந்த துணி என்ன ஆகுதான், தேர் ஆல் அப்கோர்ஸ் நாட் லைக் அஸ். அவெல்லாம் 10 feet 12 feet டாலா இருப்பா. அவள் அப்படி எக்ஸேல் பண்ணாலே பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிறது எல்லாமே பறந்து போயிடும். அவெல்லாம் ராட்சசிஸ் இல்லையா? ஸோ வாட் ஹேப்பன், அந்த எக்ஸலேஷன்னால மைல்ட்லி மந்தம் அனிலம் பிராப்திய இவ நாத்தியர்த்தம் சித்திரம் ஸ்பந்தத்தே. ஸோ தி clothes that they were wearing was fluttering slowly, mildly or gently because of their exhalation. அதை பார்க்கிறாரு இங்க. எவ்வளவு சூக்ஷ்மமா கவனிக்கிறார் பாருங்க ஹனுமான். சந்தனஸ்ய ச சீதஸ்ய ஷீதோர் மதுரசஸ்ய ச விவிதஸ்ய ச மால்யஸ்ய தூபஸ்ய விவிதஸ்ய ச பகுதா மாருதஸ்தத்ர கந்தம் விவிதமுத்வஹன்னே ஸ்நானானாம் சந்தனானாம் ச தூபானாம் சைவ மூர்ச்சிதஹ. நௌ டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் அபவுட் what is he smelling there, என்னெல்லாம் fragrances வருது அதனுடைய டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன். தத்ர மாருதஹ ஷீதஸ்ய சந்தனஸ்ய ரொம்ப கூலா இருக்கக்கூடிய சாண்டல், அப்புறமா ஷீதோஹோ மதுரஸ்ய ச, there are different types of sweet smelling wines, அதையும் ஸ்மெல் பண்றார். ஓகே. விவிதஸ்ய மால்யஸ்ய, different types of garlands which are really emanating nice fragrance. விவிதஸ்ய தூபஸ்ய, different types of incense sticks, தூபங்கள்லாம் அங்க இருக்கு. விவிதம் கந்தம் பகுதா உத்வஹன்னே. So he saw that the wind there is carrying all these different types of fragrances. அப்புறமா வேற என்ன பார்க்கிறார், ஸ்நானானாம் சந்தனானாஞ்ச தூபானாஞ்சைவ மூர்ச்சிதஹ. So the other types of fragrances coming are from ஸ்நானானாம், whatever items were used for taking bath, அதெல்லாமும் fragrance கொடுக்கிறது. Okay, different types of body bath related gels, lotions, everything was also very sweet smelling. அங்க இருக்கக்கூடிய சந்தனம், அப்புறமா தூபம். But where is all this coming from? பிரபவௌ சுரபிர்கந்தோ விமானே புஷ்பகே ததா ஷியாமாவதாதாஸ்தத்ராண்யாஹ காஸ்சித் கிருஷ்ணாவராங்கனாஹ. He saw that this fragrance is actually coming from pushpaka vimanam. Prabhavo surabhirgandho vimane pushpake tada. We should not forget that it is the same place where pushpaka vimanam is also stationed, isn't it? So several classes ago we saw that. So from there, perhaps there were different areas for taking bath. So again the varakkudiya smell is coming down to Hanuman. And what type of people did he see there? There are ladies who are Shyama Avadataha. They are dark in complexion like the dark clouds. Kaschit Krishnaha. So some are completely dark or black in color. And others were Varanganaha. They were beautiful to look at. And how were they? Kaschit Kanchana Varnangya Pramadaha Rakshasalaye. So these are ladies who are also golden hue in color. And they were all Pramadaha. Pramadahana, women. Abalaha, Pramadaha, these are all synonyms. All these types of ladies Hanuman saw in the Rakshasalaye. Tasam nitra vashatvacha madanena vimurchitam padmininam prasuptanam rupamasidyathaivahi. So these ladies were overwhelmed with sleep. So ஒரு பாதம் mix ஆகி வருது, because there is continuity across the second and the first padam. So don't mind if I'm jumping the tune there. So nidra vashacha. So they were all overwhelmed with sleep. What else? Madanena cha. They had lots of different sporting activities. Vimurchitam, completely exhausted. Prasuptanam tasam rupam. So they are all asleep. And அவளுடைய ரூபம் எப்படி இருந்தது அப்படின்னாக்கா, உபமானம் இஸ் பிரசுப்தானாம் பத்மினீனாம் யதேவ ஆசீத். So just like lotus creepers, when they are asleep, how they will look like. In a similar manner, these ladies were also resembling. In other words, they were kind of lovely to look at because they are all asleep, and the upamanam that is given is that of the closed lotuses. Evam sarvamasheshena ravanantah puram kapihi dadarshya sumaha tejaha na dadarshya cha janakim nirikshamanascha tada tastriyassa mahakapihi. என்னாச்சு இப்போ? சுமஹா தேஜாஹா கபிஹி ஏவம் சர்வம் ராவணாந்தப்புரம், ராவணனுடைய அந்தப்புரத்தை ஒண்ணு விடாத பார்த்துட்டார் இல்லையா? அசேஷேன ததர்ஷ, there is no stone to be unturned there, but unfortunately Janakincha na dadarsha, he did not see Janaki. So what is he doing now? Nirikshamanaha. So tada striyaha nirikshamanaha saha mahakapihi jagama mahatim chintam dharma sadhvasasankitaha. இதெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு முதல்ல what is the feeling you would expect from Hanuman? The fact that I have not seen Sita, so he should be dejected, isn't it? But the first feeling he gets is dharma sadhva sasankitaha. He immediately thought, adada, I have seen this entire Antappuram of Ravana. They don't know that I am here. I have violated their privacy. Is this not tantamount to transgressing the moral code? Dharma sadhva sankitaha. அவருக்கு ஒரு சங்கம் வந்துடுது, டவுட் வந்துடுறது. பாருங்க, சீதா கிடைக்கலங்கிறது ரெண்டாவது விஷயம். தி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் திங் இஸ் நான் தர்மத்தை மீறிட்டனோ அப்படின்னு அவருக்கு ஒரு சந்தேகம் வருது. தென் வாட் டஸ் ஹி டு? பரதாராவரோதஸ்ய பிரசுப்தஸ்ய நிரீக்ஷணம் இதம் கலு மமாத்யர்த்தம் தர்மலோபம் கரிஷ்யதி. So what is the dharmalopam that has happened here? He is explaining it himself through Valmiki. Prasuptasya paradara varodhasya. So these are all ladies, first of all, who are paradara. They are wives of another man. And over, I mean, இன்னொருத்தருடைய வைஃப் பார்க்கப்படாதா அப்படின்னா நம்ம ரிலீஜன்ல பார்க்கலாம். இன்னொரு ரிலீஜன்ல ஃபுல்லா இது போட்டுருவா இல்லையா, தரை போட்டுருவா. பட் எப்போ பார்க்கப்படாது அப்படின்னாக்கா பிரசுப்தஸ்ய, they are all asleep. So you have no right to see others women when they are asleep. Idam mama nirikshanam. It's not only, somebody who is just running away. அவர் ஒண்ணு விடாத எல்லாம் நடக்கிறது, மூச்சு விடுறதுலேருந்து எல்லாத்தையும் பார்த்துட்டாரு இல்லையா, மூச்சுட்டு இப்படி இப்படி போறதுன்னு. ஸோ he has seen it like a Bollywood Tollywood director. எல்லாத்தையும் பார்த்துட்டாரு. அதனால அந்த சந்தேகம் வருது. இட் இஸ் நாட் தட் ஐ am running over looking for சீதா, பட் நிரீக்ஷணம், ஈக்ஷணம்ங்கிறது நன்னா பண்ணிட்டேன் நான். அத்தியர்த்தம் தர்மலோபம் கரிஷ்யத்தி. இது தர்மலோபங்கிறது தர்மத்துக்கு லோபம் மாத்திரம் இல்லை, என்னுடைய தர்மத்துக்கும் அது லோபம் வருது அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம் இங்க தாத்பரியம். ஸோ இட் இஸ் நாட் தட் தர்மா இஸ் அ ஃப்ரூட் அண்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட் அண்ட் ஐ ஹவ் கட் இட். ஸோ தர்மத்துக்கு நஷ்டம் அப்படின்றது கிடையாது. தர்மம் அப்படிங்கிறது சாமான்யமா சொல்லணும்னா இட் இஸ் எ moral code of conduct, ethics அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா. But there is a deeper meaning for this dharmam. Dharmam is an extremely complex topic. And very, very simply put, dharma actually, okay, you are following a certain code of ethics and conduct. That's a standard operating procedures. But dharma is also the outcome of following that code of ethics. அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணதுனால எனக்கு என்ன வருது, இல்லை அதை ஃபாலோ பண்ணாததுனால எனக்கு என்ன வருது. ధర్మం అనేది ఒకటి ఉంటే దాన్ని పరిపాలన చేయలేదంటే మన మీద ఏమి పరిణామం వస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు వరీ అబౌట్. ఆర్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఫాలో ధర్మ ప్రాపర్లీ, వాట్ ఈస్ ద అవుట్కమ్ దట్ విల్ ఇంపోజ్ ఆన్ మీ? దట్ ఆల్సో ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ధర్మం. Okay, so dharma is not only the code of ethics, but also the impact through punyam or papam that will fall on us. So therefore, dharmalopam here, what Hanuman actually means is, I was in this state before seeing Ravana's Antappuram. Now I have seen what should not be seen. That is what dharma is saying. Therefore, my own dharma would have come down. So that's the meaning here. Dharmalopam karishyati, it indeed will do. Abdin Soli or Yosikrar. He has forgotten Sita for a moment. Let's continue what other things he is thinking about now. Nahime paradaranam drishtir vishayavartini ayam chatra maya drishtaha paradara parigraha tasya pradhurabhut chinta punaranya manasvinaha nischitaikanta chittasya karya nischaya darshini. So now he is trying to analyze. So we should all note that our own mind, Liya uddhared atmanatmanam natmanam avasadayete atmaiva hyatmano bantuhu atmaiva ripuratmanaha. So our mind is capable of generating both thoughts and anti-thoughts. I don't know if such a word exists. So we try to question ourselves and try to figure out, is this a proper thought? Should I think in a different way? Adhukku yaar prachodhanam pannana? It is our own mind. So Hanuman's mind is now answering his own question. What is the answer? Nahime paradaranam drishtihi vishayavartini. Agreed. I have seen all these paradaras, that is the wives of another person. But my drishti was not Vishayavartini. Vishayamnaka sensual, whatever is an object for the senses is known as Vishayam. Indriyangalukku enna Vishayam. What is the feeding factor for the Indriyas? That is called Vishayam. He has seen everything. He has seen, he has heard, he has smelt, he has not tasted. Avladhan. Baki ellam pannirkaranga. Anal my drishti is not something which is in terms of enjoying the Vishayams. It has not impacted me. Abdin solrar. Yennaka ayam chatra maya drishtaha paradara parigraha. Agreed. I have seen the paradara parigraha, the entire harem of Ravana, where all his wives are there. But my vision has never been that of a sensual view. Okay. Tasya pradhurabho chinta punaranya manasvinaha. So he in fact got another thought, pradhurabho chinta. What is the other thought he got? Manasvinaha, that's the beautiful adjective for Hanuman here. Manasvino bhanucharato nusandivam. Manasvi abdinaka, somebody who is a highly sensible person. Abdinartham. He is somebody who is capable of getting back to a sense of balance. So he is a nischitaikanta chittaha. He has focused his mind on completing his task. Karya nischaya darshini. And of course, he knows that he has to make a decision ahead on the karyam, which is now he is remembering, I have not yet found Janaki, but let me answer my own mind. Dharma sandehata. First, let me clarify the dharma sandeham before I go to my next task. What does he say? Kamam drishta maya sarva vishwasta ravanastriyaha nahime manasak kinchite vaikrityam upajayate manohi hetus sarvesham indriyanam pravartane shubha shubhavastastu tachame suvyavasthitam. Inga enna sollar, he has to dharma sandeham abdinu onnu manasla vanduruthana. One thing we should all do, first of all, is the fact that Hanuman has taken a step back. The very fact that he was able to figure out there is a dharma sankatam here implies that he is a sattvika purusha. If you are not a sattvic person, you will never have a dharma sankatam. Whatever you do is your own dharma, isn't it? That's the very first thing to note. So, and the manasla kuttarade abdinu ondale neenga nalla sattvika purushan artham. Inuttara manasa kuttina neenga sattvika kadiyadu. Anala he is somebody who is manasvi, he is very sensible. At the same time, if that pricking happens, what are we supposed to do? Very, very important. We should not subside it. or suppress it and forget it. ஏன்னா அந்த தர்மத்துக்கு ஒரு சந்தேகம், தர்மத்துக்கு ஒரு சங்கடம் அப்படின்னு வந்துருத்தனா அந்த சங்கடத்தை போக்கடிக்கணும். If there is a sankatam for dharma, we should endeavor to remove that sankatam because it will keep haunting you again and again. Therefore, he is a karya nischaya person. He knows that I have a task ahead. That task will have a badhakam, obstacle, if I do not solve my dharma sandeham now. So that is another important characteristic of a jnani. Dharma sandeham ondurtana, they will resolve it and only then go to the next action. Another life lesson for us. So therefore, it is imperative for him to open his catalog of Google in his mind and figure out, have I really transgressed? So he tries to answer that question. Enna solrar? First enna sonar? My thought, my view was not sensual. Okay? அப்படிங்கிறது நம்மளாம் சொல்லிக்கலாம், மனசுக்குள்ள இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஆனா ஆஞ்சநேயருக்கு அப்படி கிடையாது. என்ன, அவர் உள்ள சாத்விகமான பர்சன். He's a கண்ணாடி, ஸ்பட்டிகமான கண்ணாடி. He cannot go wrong. Confidence he has in his own persona. So now he tries to answer one step above that. Kam drishta maya sarvaha vishwasta ravana striyaha. I have seen all these ladies here. They are all very loyal to Ravana. But nahi me manasa kinchit vaikrityam upajayate. So look at this. So he is looking at both cause and effect. Okay, what is the cause here? Observing all these ladies, and he's saying, yes, my view was not sensual. Okay, but what is the effect of that? You should see, okay, is it really causing trouble to me? எனக்கு சஞ்சலம் வருதா அப்படிங்கறத யோசிச்சாக்கா, நஹிமே மனச கிஞ்சித் வைக்கிருத்தியம் உபஜாயத்தே, விக்கிருத்தியே ஆகல எனக்கு மனசுல. So both cause and effect are addressed. சஞ்சலமே கிடையாது. சஞ்சலம் ஹி மன கிருஷ்ண பிரமாதி பலவத்ரிடம் தஸ்யாஹம் நிகிரகம் மன்யே வாயோரிவ சுதுஷ்கரம் அசம்சயம் மகாபாஹோ மனோ துர்நிகிரகம் சலம் அபியாசேன து கௌந்தேய வைராக்யேன ச கிருஹ்யதே. So therefore Hanuman has achieved that state, vairagyam. He is able to control his mind, actually study his mind, and he has put a seal, attestation seal on his own character. So that's the beauty of jnanis. They don't need anybody else to certify them. Because of their Shuddha Sattva nature, they know who they are and they don't need anybody else's certification. So ennulla vikrithiye kedaikala. In fact, நம்மளா என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஒரு குருவை தேடின்னு போவோம் இல்லையா? Of course we need to do that. அது இல்லாத நம்மளுக்கு கிடைக்காது. தேடின்னு போய் இந்த ஸ்டேபிள் மைண்ட், ஸ்டேபிள் ஆத்ம ஞானம் அப்படின்னு வந்துருத்தனா, you don't need a guru because Bhagavan himself will be your guru. So he did not go in search of Rama there. Rama எனக்கு சந்தேகம் வந்துடுத்து, இதை கொஞ்சம் கிளாரிஃபை பண்ணுங்களேன் அப்படின்னு செல்போன்ல போட்டு பேசுறாரு. அந்த மாதிரிலாம் கிடையாது. ஏன்னா அவருடைய அந்தக்கரணம் சுத்தியா இருக்கு, அந்தராத்மா சுத்தமா இருக்கு. அதுக்கு மேல என்ன வேணும்? He has certified himself. Then what is he saying? Manohetu sarvesham indriyanam pravartane. So இது நம்மளுக்கு லெசன். ஓகே, so தன்னுடைய லெசன் முடிச்சிட்டு வால்மீகி is giving us a lesson. என்ன சொல்றாரு? மனோஹி ஹேதுஹு சர்வேஷாம் இந்திரியானாம் பிரவர்த்தனே. மனஸ் is the மூல காரணம் for all the indriyas to function. And if you remember Vishayas, right? Vishayas, who do they target? Vishayas target the indriyas. இந்திரியங்கள்லாம் இது பண்ணு அது பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லும். But the controlling factor is mind. If the mind is able to cut off the Vishayam from the Indriyas, then you don't need to worry. Isn't it? இதெல்லாம் நம்ம பகவத்கீதையில டீடைல்டா பார்த்திருக்கோம். பாப்மானம் பிரஜஹிஹ்யனம் காமரூபம் துராசதம் அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு இல்லையா? So that the Vishayas, when they get attached to the Indriyas, that is the start of the fall, downfall. அது மேல நல்ல கவனம் இருக்கு. And he is giving us a ஞானம் that மனோஹி ஹேது சர்வேஷாம் இந்திரியாணாம் பிரவர்த்தனே சுபாசுப அவஸ்தாசு தச்சமே சுவ்யவஸ்திதம். Whether the avastha, that is the state or stage, is shubham or ashubham, my mind is always in a proper condition. Nalla vyavasthama irukku. It is established in the real truth. அப்படின்னு சொல்றாரு. அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? Manas is the karanam for Indriyas to function. Now provide two types of situation to the Manas. One is a Shubham, the other is Ashubham. So what he has just now seen is Ashubham, what you should not see. From two perspectives. One is he has seen somebody else's wives, but they were all in different types of Rajasic and Tamasic way of life. So this is called Ashubham. Then provide the mind and Indriyas another context, which is Shubham. So in both of these situations, I am able to control my mind. And therefore, give proper instruction to my Indriyas because Manohiyetu Sarvesham Indriyanam Pravartane. So what does this actually mean? Sorry, it may be boring. But what it actually means is, when you encounter an Ashubhamana situation, you should instruct, mind should instruct the Indriyas to withdraw. Don't go after the Vishyams. At the same time, when you see a Shubhamana situation, the Indriyas should go and do Kainkaryam. Or Atithi vandirkar, or Periya Guru vandirkar, abdinaka, all the Indriyas should function in a manner that it takes you towards the Sattvam. So it doesn't mean that Indriyas should be withdrawn in both the cases. That's the meaning of Suvyavasthitam. So those who really have that Suvyavasthita Buddhi, they will provide the right instruction. It doesn't mean that they are always withdrawing. That is not the meaning we should interpret here. Na anyatra hi maya shakya vaidehi parimargitum. அதாவது இந்த ஆபூர்யமானம் அச்சலம் பிரதிஷ்டம் சமுத்திரமாப பிரவிசந்தி யத்வத் தத்வத் காமாயம் பிரவிசந்தி சர்வே சசாந்தி மாப்னோதி ந காமகாமி. Jnanis, as Bhagavan has mentioned, எப்படின்னா பல நதிகள் சமுத்திரத்துல எப்படி போய் விழுதோ, விழுந்தாலும் இந்த சமுத்திரங்கிறது அச்சலமா இருக்கும். There are so many rivers and rivulets which eventually join the ocean. The rivers are all dynamic by nature, but samudram is gambhiram. How much ever inflow happens from such dynamic sources, the samudram is achalam, suvyavasthitam. Samudramapa pravishanti yadvate tadvate kamayam pravishanti. I think this is the correct correlation between Bhagavad Gita and Hanuman. In a similar manner, you are seeing so many different types of kama, isn't it? For the eyes, for the ears, for the nose, everything. What is not there? But having entered Hanuman, avarala oru chalanamu illa. Is a perfect example of Bhagavad Gita shlokam. The perfect illustration is from Hanuman. Perhaps the perfect episode is this one only. The Pana Bhumi Nichayaha. What else do you want? Attana kamangal irundalum apuryamanam achalam pratishtham samudramapa pravishanti yadvartene suvyavasthitam irukkaru. So nanyatra hi maya shakya vaidehi parimargitum striyohi strishu drishyante sada samparimargane. He is now giving adu manasikama adhyatikama answer kodtachu. Now he is giving a laukika response as to, okay, என்னோட மைண்டுக்கு எதுவும் ஆல, I am perfectly fine. But he is now questioning, he's probably questioning on our behalf. நம்மளே சில பேர் கொஸ்டின் வந்திருக்கோம். All right, Sampati had actually instructed him long ago, look for Sita in Ashokavana. Isn't it? Somebody asked that question. I'm not sure if Sandeep is here. Yeah. So actually Sampati, in one of the previous sargas, he actually tells Hanuman that the place you should go and look for Sita is Ashokavana. I can see her from here because he's an eagle. So the question was, why did Hanuman directly not go to Ashokavana? Okay. So the answer is that in those days there is no Google Maps to figure out where is Ashokavana. And secondly, it's a natural progression. We don't want to disturb. He is going the very first time Hanuman is going. On the one hand, we all know he's a Jnani and he's a great powers and all that. On the other hand, at the end of the day, he is a Vanara, he is Rama's Duta, isn't it? So that's the beauty of Srimad Ramayana, that where there is supernatural powers, there are only very few places, but largely it is dealt at a human level. So therefore it is but natural for him, is in this shloka is answering it. Where else can I go and look for a lady, but for in the company of other ladies? இல்லையா, ஒரு சோஷியல் கிளப்ல போயிட்டான்னாக்கா அங்கதான் போய் பார்க்க முடியும் ஒரு லேடியை. Can I see my lady somewhere else? They will be in the company of other ladies. அதுதான் சொல்ல, நான்யத்ரஹி மயா சக்யா வைதேஹி பரிமார்கிதம் ஸ்திரியோஹி ஸ்திரீஷு திருஷ்யந்தே sada samparimargam. You can only look, search for strees in the midst of other strees. Is it not a laukika jnanam? Is that not what everybody does? I will be a fool if I go and look for her elsewhere. அப்படின்னு ஒரு ஆன்சர் கொடுக்கிறார் அவர். यस्य सत्वस्य या योनिः तस्यां तत् परिमार्ग्यते न शक्या प्रमदा नष्टा मृगेषु परिमार्गितम्. Another example Hanuman is giving. यस्य सत्वस्य या योनिः, sattvam na jivam, jiva, one being. Okay, if you are looking for somebody who is lost, let's say I am looking for a pet which is a cat, and the cat is lost. Will I go and look for it among the cattle? The answer is no. And the cat is the yoninaka species. Yonina, what jananam or species that thing belongs to. So you obviously will go and look for that person or that object among other items of the same yoni. That's what you see. Yasya ya yonihi tasyam tat parimargete. You're going to search for that only there. Likewise, nasakya pramada nashta mrigeshu parimargete. If a lady is lost, then you cannot go and look for her among a herd of deer. Mrigamna, deer here. Isn't it? That's what he says. Tadidam margitam tavate chuddena maya manasa maya ravanantah puram sarvam drishyate na tu janaki. So therefore I have looked for Sita Mata in the purest of the minds. Shuddhena manasa idam sarvam ella ravanantaparathim paathutten. So Janaki is unfortunately not there, which means his manasi is now has offered samadhanam that yes, what I have done is not wrong. There is no dharma glani either for dharmam or my own dharmam. Okay, therefore I can set forward for my other things. Deva gandharva kanyascha. I'll just conclude this sargam if it's okay, just 2 more minutes, not more than that. Deva gandharva kanyascha naga kanyascha viryavan aveksha mano hanuman naiva pashyata janaki. So remember, many of the wives of Ravana were also the daughters of Devas, Gandharvas, and Nagas, and so on, isn't it? So among all of them, I have not seen Avekshamanaha Viryavan Hanuman, Janaki naiva pashyata. He did not see Janaki there. Tama pashyan kapistatra pashyan chanya parastriyaha apakramya tada viraha pradhyatum upachakrame. Viraha kapihi tatra tam apashyan. He has not seen Janaki there. What does he do? Anyaha parastriyaha pashyan. He has seen other ladies there. Tada apakramya pradhyatum upachakrame. He stepped aside and went into a state of meditation or deep thought as to what else should I do now. Upachakrame. Sabhuyastu param shriman marutir yatnamasthitaha apana bhumi mutsrijya tadvichetum prachakrame. Sriman saha marutihi. What did he do? Bhuyaha param yatnam asthitaha. He once again he wanted to remind himself that he has to renew his effort now. Okay. Asthitaha apana bhumim utsrujya. Apana bhumi is that banquet hall. Utsrujya, he started to leave that place. Tat vichetum prachakrame. Vichetum is to search for Sita. He departed the Panabhumi. Okay. So therefore, this sargam is all about the fact that Hanuman has done a great job of looking for Sita. Of course, he has answered some of the important dharma sandeham, and we also get to know the true nature of Hanuman here. In fact, this is Sundara Kandam, as we all know, and an event or an episode like this is not captured elsewhere in the Srimad Ramayana, where you get different types of attractions for your mind or distractions, which will easily take you away in the path of adharma. But still, Hanuman has chosen to be in the path of dharma, and he is validating himself every now and then. So this is the key lesson we should take away from this Panabhumi Vichaya. Ityashe Srimad Ramayane Valmiki Adikavye Sundarakande Panabhumi Chainam Ekadasha Sarga Samaptaha. This will conclude our session today. Guru Charanam Buja Nirbhara Bhakta Guru Charanam Buja Nirbhara Bhakta Samsara Dachirat Bhava Mukta Guru Charanam Buja Krishna Krishna Sendriya Manasa Niyamadevam Drakshasi Nija Hridayastam Devam Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Dhamate Kayena Vacha Manasa Indriyirva Buddhya Atmana Va Prakrite Subhavate Karomi Yadhyat Sakalam Parasmai Shriman Narayana Iti Samarpayami Sarvam Shri Ramachandra Arpanamastu. Have a great day and ahead. Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskaram.
Namaskar.
Namaskaram. Thank you.
Thank you, Ramanji.
Namaskaram, sir.
Namaskaram. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dhanyavad.
Namaskar. Dhanyavad.
Namaskaram. Ram Ram.
Thank you.